Frank, unless there's something you ain't telling me, love. Diane couldn't have put it plainer. She ain't coming home. She don't want to come home.
You know what really upset me? What? It was her attitude. As if she was talking to a stranger, leaving a recorded message. I wanted to say to her, talk to me, babe. It's your dad. I've been worried about you. I thought something dreadful might have happened to you. She just hung up on me.
I know, love, but at least we know she's all right.
Now, you don't really think I'd leave it at that, do you?
No, I don't. But we still don't know where she is, and we've got no way of finding out. What's the point in wasting a morning down in the solicitor's office?
Because I want to find out what our rights are and what her rights are. And I'll tell you something else. I absolutely refuse to believe that a father can't force his own kid to come home if she might be in real trouble.
Oh, Frank, I still think if she'd been in trouble, she'd have asked for help.
I'm beginning to think Mr. Cream's got the right idea, marrying his daughter off.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous enough. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Morning, missus.
Where the hell have you been for the last week?
Soon have you cleared up.
The dog for you. Hold tight.
What are you doing?
Going down.
Put the telly on first thing, don't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to... Sorry to wake you. It's just that, you know, she gets a bit bored and she usually comes in bed with me, don't you, darling? Should get you some breakfast?
That's all right. Let her watch it.
No, I don't want to, I want to get her out of the habit at her age. And besides, I don't want to get her too upset, you know.
Upset? Why should she be upset? I'm not going to eat her, am I? When do you come to think of it? Come here!
Don't. You'll get her too excited.
I see. Don't want her to get too attached to me, is that it? What do I have to do to convince you? I'm staying this time.
You got a minute?
Yeah?
Listen, I've got a brilliant idea to help Dot out.
Don't tell me you're going to take out a contract on Mr. Opidopoulos.
No. I'm getting up a petition. Hundreds of signatures from people saying they won't bring their washing in without her. Only listen, it's a dead secret, so don't say nothing to her. Oh, it'll make Mr. Papadopoulos change his mind, won't it? Look, I done this last night while she was asleep. I can almost always bank on her dropping off halfway through the 9 o'clock news. It's in my best writing. Copper plate, like Mother taught me.
That's 25. We, the undersigned, request that... I should put demand, if I were you, Marge. It's best to be assertive in this life. That the esteemed Dorothy Cotton, without whom we won't bring in our washing, be restored to the duties she has sacrificed the best years of her life to perform cheerfully and without complaint, in spite of her delicate constitution.
Did I spell constitution right? Only I couldn't look it up without waking her.
No, it looks fine to me.
So, what do you think? Will it do?
Well, it's a little bit long.
Oh.
Look, I'll tell you what, why don't you leave it with me? I'll rejig it a little bit, because it's important just to get to the point, and then I'll be the first to sign it, I promise.
You could ask the rest of your customers. We've got to get as many people as we can.
I don't think the early morning crowd have a lot of call for the laundrette, but I'll see what I can do. I'll drop it round as soon as I finish here.
Oh, no, Rod. I'd better pick it up, because it's got to be a secret from Dot, see?
Right.
You won't change too much, will you?
Trust me, Marge.
OK. I'll have to go now. Thanks.
Hurry up, Simon.
All right, I'm doing my best, Arthur. If I had the time, I'd hire a truck and take it all down and dump myself. Sharon went mad this morning when she thought there was a rat in the downstairs kitchen.
I've got an appointment at 10 o'clock down at town hall. I'm going to demand an explanation.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hello, son.
Oh, do you know what? I asked what to clean up outside the cafe. It don't seem to have made any difference. You know, when I'm watching late-night games, have you?
Oh, no, mate. I could hardly hear the telly. My little son there was screaming his head off, even if I'd have had the strength to watch it.
It runs in the family. I can remember you keeping Pete and Kathy awake until you were about 4 months old.
I'll be dead by then.
I hear Barbara's back and staying with you. I thought she'd had more consideration.
No, I mean, Cindy's asked her to. Oh, I mean, those two, they get on so well. And she's insisting I stay in the bigger bedroom. Not that I've seen much of it.
Well, what have you done?
Oh, me, I'm sleeping on the couch so I can get a bit more kip. Well, someone's got to keep little parachute nappies, haven't they? Catch you in a minute.
No, somebody's been busy.
Oh, it didn't take long. I was up early.
I bet.
Pete's such an early riser.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey, sure you wouldn't like some porridge?
No, thanks. I've had my breakfast.
Well, I'm hoping Cindy will take some. She really needs some building up.
Well, I know that's what she wants, and it's the fashion now, but I think this feeding on demand is getting to be a bit more than she can cope with.
He's asleep now.
Well, you're doing a really good job, love.
Yeah, but don't think I don't know you've both been talking about me.
Well, it's only because we're worried about you, Cindy. You're wearing yourself out, not letting anyone else do anything for him.
Look, Kathy's my baby, and I'm looking after him my way. Now, come on, Cindy. Look, I'm going to say this to you because I'm neutral. Nobody's trying to take him away from you. Especially not me. I'm not that good at it. But if you don't eat your breakfast and go right back in there and sleep, you're not going to be able to carry on feeding the baby yourself. You'll have to go on the bottle, and you wouldn't like that, would you?
But what if he wakes up?
Well, Kathy's quite capable of taking over till it's time for his next feed. That's what she's here for. Now, you go on into bed, and I'll bring your breakfast in on a tray.
Yeah, but...
No buts. Go on.
Oh, I'm glad you listened to somebody.
Well, as I said, I'm neutral, and I'm bossy. That's what she needs at the moment. You'll be here to call on for the rest of your life.
And you won't?
Oh, the porridge.
Hello, Shell. How are you?
I'm fine.
Are you Danny's staying? Is that going better, is it?
I suppose so.
Well, I'm glad. It's nice to know someone's nice working out.
Well, things not all right with you and Sharon?
No, we're fine.
Good, because she's a very special person.
Yeah, I know.
But I've got to get to the nursery.
Shell, how's your mum? I'll put them up. I'm going to see her later.
I don't think that'd be a very good idea. She's not in the best of moods at the moment.
Why?
I thought you might have been able to work that out for yourself.
No.
I thought that's the way everyone worked round here, making it their business to poke their nose into other people's affairs.
Shell, what's the matter with you?
I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. Look, I've got to go.
Oh, it's lovely and cramped in here, isn't it, darling?
It's cramped you want, I can help you, darling. You watch me right up next time. Right, shut up. Hey, not so fast, young lady. If you're not well enough to go to school, you ain't well enough to go out to play.
I've got nowhere to play.
Go and read your book. Go on, sit down over there. Come in. Hello, March.
Hello, Pat. Look, I'm sorry, because I know that you're ever so busy, but this is important.
What?
See, it's a petition so that Doc can get her job back. These are all the signatures I've got from the cafe, because Rod was helping me. And so I thought, please, if you could just...
Oh, all right now.
Thank you.
There you go. Listen, if you go over the Vic,
Yeah?
will you tell Sharon I'll be over later? I'm a bit trapped over here, see, with Janine off school still.
Oh.
I can't even get out for 5 minutes. Frank didn't want to take no chances. I think she's swinging the lead. What's up, love?
Janine, is she supposed to be doing that?
What? Janine! That's just been finished. You, come to your room, you. Do you know how long it'll take me to get a plaster back?
Oh, Sharon, I'm a bit late. Vicky was playing
I was going to ring you anyway.
Yeah?
What about tomorrow?
What about it?
Our girls' night out, like we said. I told Si I'm having a night off whether he likes it or not. Well, actually, we can't say much right now, the way he's been behaving.
Oh, what's the matter?
If you don't stop watching the Commonwealth Games, every few minutes he's got, he's going to be out on his ear. What is it about blokes and sport? What'd you say then?
Sorry?
To our night out on Friday. Oh, I must say, being in love's having a terrible effect on your brain.
I'd really like to, but it's Danny. He's still with me.
Yeah? How long for? His wife gone on holiday or something?
Not exactly, no.
What are you getting yourself into?
If I knew myself, I'd tell you. The only thing I do know right now is that I'm late. I'm sorry, Sharon. I'll speak to you soon.
It's getting as bad in here as it is out there. Sometimes I think the world will end covered in black plastic bags. I have some answers about this dustman strike if I've got anything to do with it.
Well, if it weren't for having to work me notice, Arthur, I'd be right there with you. I mean, it must be a strain for you, especially with the anguish you must be suffering right now. I mean, and poor Pauline, only just back on her feet. I hope the shock ain't set her back.
Beg your pardon?
I was only saying to Wixie the other day, I mean, young girls of today, they think only of themselves. I mean, they've no idea that their ingratitude is as a serpent's tooth in the bosom of their mother.
Oh, leave it, Doc.
I mean, that Diane, she is only 16, but your Michelle, well, she's old enough to know better. I mean, what? You must think about the way she's flaunting it. I mean, his car outside, night and day. What an example for a fatherless child.
I'm not standing here listening to this.
Here! You can't leave this here.
I wasn't all that late. You know how difficult things have been for me lately.
What, you mean like yesterday afternoon? How does anyone get through that one-track mind of yours? What you decide to do about a boyfriend is neither here nor there. These are difficulties. I've got so many final demands here, I don't know which one to try and sort out first. I've sunk every spare penny I had into this business. I've got the accountant coming round tonight, and I know already what he's going to tell me. If trade doesn't pick up soon, I've had it. And that means you as well. Unqualified hairdressers are 10 a penny, I can tell you that right now. And even if that Danny of yours does decide to stick around, he's not going to be much help to you, is he?
I don't think that's any of your business, Julie.
Well, I've seen it all before. By the time he's paid the alimony and the child support, and he'll have to. Don't have any illusions about that. There won't be much left for you and Vicky.
I wasn't really expecting
If you stay with him, You'll have to work hard for the rest of your life, so you might as well get into the habit right now.
Hold on a minute, Julie. I think you're being a bit out of order.
Shell, can I have a word with you?
Sorry, Dad.
I said I want a word
I'm
with
a bit busy at the moment, aren't I, Julie?
you. Right, I'll be back.
Yes, Marge, I'll sign it. OK, I'll sign it. Oh, there are 1,000,001 things I should be doing right now, you know. Frank Bruno? Now, I would have thought Frank Bruno had enough money to buy his missus a washing machine, you know, Marge?
Friend of yours, is he?
Yes, he's a friend of mine, Marge. Here you go, sweet.
Thanks ever so much.
You're welcome.
Ta.
How'd you get on, Frank?
Oh, you was right, darling. There's nothing legally we can do to make her to come home. I've registered her name with a place called the Runaways Project.
Oh, and what can they do?
It's a sort of hostel that kids can go to. But even there, if she doesn't want them to contact us, they haven't got to. I mean, doesn't anybody think about parents who care? This woman was telling me that some of the kids run away because they get beaten up on by their parents. I've never raised an hand to her.
Don't tell me you never felt like it.
Oh, yeah, time and time again. But it ain't my game, darling, is it? I'll tell you what I need more than a beer right now. I need a cuddle, my baby.
Frank,
Oh,
I just want to tell you...
Come on.
Frank, don't be upset, love.
Don't be upset.
It's only a little bit.
Janine!
Remember what you said?
It was chin and cucumber, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, you cut your hand off.
Yeah, Mum, we just had the morning rush, and now we've got the evening rush. Oh, the afternoon rush, or whatever it is. And, oh, look, how's it going at home?
Terrific. Cindy let me mind the baby for a whole 4 hours. She had a proper sleep, and she's feeding him now, looking better than she's looked in days.
Oh, lucky old her.
Come here. Let me do that.
What?
I'm going home to do the same.
What?
I'm your mum and I make use of it while you can. You'll have to go back to work myself next week.
Yeah, I know, but look, Mum,
Look, if I
you've
don't know how to
had
feed people by now, I ought to. Better than most of the odd bods you let behind this counter. Go on, do as you're told.
Yeah, let's just get a couple of hours, Kit. No, I'll be back for the cash now, all right?
Look, spend some time with Cindy, really. You could both do with it. And get her to try and relax more. The baby will sleep better if she can. It stands to reason.
What about Dad and Barbara?
Barbara and me have had a little chat, and she's going to make sure your dad takes her out tonight, so you'll have the place to yourselves.
Mum, you're a diamond.
Go on.
Cheers.
Hey, Marge, leave some space for me. Just because I've got my own machine now, don't mean I wouldn't do our daughter a favour. I can't imagine the laundrette without her complaining in it. No. You go, Laurie.
You ever been to that new place, the Domino? You know, the one that just opened?
Sure. Up to 6 months a week in it. The last thing I want to do on my night off is clock the competition.
No, I was just trying to think of somewhere good to take Kathy, you know, a bit of a change away from the square.
Well, if she can spare the time. I think you've hardly touched the ground since the baby came home.
Yeah, that's just it. I can't seem to get around to talking about anything else.
Well, only naturally. First grandchild. Look at Marge's dot. What?
Oh, so what?
Oh, it's a petition. It's supposed to be a secret. Oh.
What's all this? What you doing?
Nothing. We was just having a very interesting conversation.
What are you holding yourself like that for?
Oh, Dot, excuse me, I'll have to go. Excuse me.
I worry about her, you know. Since the loss of her mother, she's going funny in the head.
Come on. It isn't as if you'd committed murder or something. And all you was doing was driving without a licence.
Yeah, and the rest. Look, it might not seem much to you, but if I'm disqualified, I'll lose my job.
You can still be a mechanic.
You got to test the cars who repaired your Wally.
What's the point in worrying about it? There's nothing you can do. You just have to go the
just go there. How would you like it with all them people looking at you like a criminal and the judge shaking his finger at you? It'd be like going back to school, like called up in front of assembly, only 10 times as worse.
It's not a judge.
What?
It's a magistrate's court. There'll be 3 people there.
Oh, and that makes things better, does it?
They probably won't be so tough on you.
What would you know? You've never been in trouble. You don't do anything.
I don't do stupid things.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Look, I'll go with you if you like.
We need you and me. Dad'll be there. He'll see me all right.
Yeah. Just tell the boss that the Walford job's going to take another day. Yeah, well, I'll be in on Monday as usual. Because I don't fancy the Friday meeting, that's why. Yes, I know it's a lie. It's only a little one. It doesn't matter. Oh, go on, babe. Do it for Danny. Oh, thanks. Yeah. No, you don't need this number. It's just some lousy B&B I'm staying in. Okay, I'll see you. Oh, yeah. Listen, if my wife should ring the office, you don't know where I am, okay? All right. Bye.
You shouldn't have to be carrying this lot, sis. Arthur can bring it over later.
Look, I'm fed up with being treated like a piece of fragile china. I want to make a meat and potato pie now.
All right, keep your hair on. I don't know where Arthur's got to. He told me it'd be about an hour.
Yeah, he's probably down the town hall setting light to it. You know what he's like when he's got an idea in his head. The way I feel today, I think I'll go round and help him light the torch.
You know what, sis? Just thinking to myself, it's really nice seeing you up and about again. You really look well.
Don't try and get round me, Pete Peel. Goodness knows what Mum would say if she was still with us today, the way this family's been carrying on while I've been laid up.
What have I done?
Look, I've got nothing against Barbara. She's a very nice woman, but it's no example to set the kids, is it?
Hey?
You're moving her in with you before you're divorced. How can I have a go at our shell over that bloke she's carrying on with when her uncle's doing exactly the same thing, bold as brass?
Sis, a chance would be a fine thing. The only sleeping partner I've got over that flat at the moment is Ian.
Yeah? Well, I don't know what's up with the people today. I mean, what happened to the old-fashioned ideals like restraint?
Sis, we used to having a pop at me, Miss Michelle. You should be having a pop at.
Look, will you go away? I'm having a private conversation with my brother. And... Oh, Marshall, I'm sorry.
Very tasty.
Do you mind? I could have had an accident then.
Fall into my arms anytime, darling.
Oh, I'll cut it out for you. What can I get you?
Well, what you got on offer? As if I couldn't see myself.
Does your mother know you're around?
What's wrong with admiring a pretty woman, eh?
Nothing, if you don't mind us making them out.
What's your manners?
Oh, some people can't take a joke.
What was that for?
What do you think?
It's just a kid.
He's old enough.
I wouldn't get far on the mark if I couldn't handle the likes of him.
Why is it everything I try and do for you comes out wrong?
We just lost Ian, a customer. Terrific.
Look, I'm not going to stand by and see my girl insulted by any creep who thinks he can get away with it.
I'm not your girl. I'm not anybody's girl. I'm a grown woman with responsibilities.
I don't know what's got into you lately. Look, I came in here because I've got a surprise for you. Now, what we need is a proper night out, just the two of us. So I booked a table at the Domino. You deserve a reward after all the hard work you've been doing lately.
Yeah, but...
I know excuses about babysitting. You've done enough of that.
Yeah, but it's really smart there, though, isn't it? My hair's a mess and that. No, Laurie, I don't feel up to going somewhere like that. What about pizza?
Oh, Kath.
They've got tables for two there, haven't they?
If you say so. Now, look, I don't really care as long as I'm with you. Not Ian's mum or the baby's grand, just my Kath, OK?
Right, that's it. It's official. The strike's over.
Where have you been all day? Here, Kath, 2 cups of splash.
Back in my investigations, you wouldn't credit what they've done. They put it out to tender, and this Italian firm put in the lowest bid. Well, they make a lot of money in Italy, don't they? The council's own workforce didn't stand a chance. They talked about taking some of the men on, but I'll believe that when it happens.
Yes, but what's it matter? So long as the streets get clean.
Well, I got a hairdo out of it anyway. My dad wants me to look smart in front of this boy and his parents. I wish I could have it cut really short, but that's asking a bit too much.
You're being very cheerful about it, I must say. I mean, I thought you were against the idea of an arranged marriage. I mean, if it was me, you know...
You don't understand. It's a system that can work really well, as long as you've got the right boy.
You've changed your tune. You used to say the opposite.
Yeah, well, I was a kid then.
Oh, yeah?
Look at Diane. I don't want to end up like her, just running off like that. What's going to happen to her? Out there all alone? I'd be terrified.
You haven't heard from her, have you?
No, not a word. She's my best friend.
So what if you don't like this bloke that your parents want you to marry?
Well, they're not going to make me marry someone I don't get on with. I mean, I can say no. And once they've realised I've accepted the idea of arranged marriage and I'm not going against my culture, I can ask them to arrange another one. With Khalil, perhaps. What do you think?
You're so young, I mean, what if you go off him?
Oh, we'll have about 2 or 3 years until the actual ceremony, so I should have got to know him by then. And I can concentrate on my education and not have to worry about, well, you know, and so many girls can't do anything for wondering whether they got a fella or not. You had to leave school early, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, but that was different.
You've got to admit, Michelle, it might have been better if your parents had done the same thing. I mean, you weren't much older than me when you had Vicky. I know you love her and it's what you chose, but I'm not as tough as you.
You really think I'm that tough?
Oh, yeah. I'm not criticising, but at least when the marriage happens, I know there'll be some kind of security and protection.
Oh, look, that's not necessarily true. And I've heard some terrible stories of, like, trouble from the in-laws and the husband turning nasty after the wedding, you know.
Yeah, but that happens just as much the way you do it.
I suppose so. Look, you sure this is the way you want it?
Yeah, I want to look serious. Besides, it'll make my parents happy. They've been through such a rough time recently, and I do love them both. The least I can do is make them see they don't have to go on worrying about me.
Cutler, please, love.
25p, please, love.
Oh, 5 bob. Time was you could get 2 3-course meals in here for that.
Oh, you're going back a bit, aren't you? How long ago was that?
Too long, it seems.
Anyway, I don't set the prices, my son does.
Ian Beale, your son. You don't look old enough.
Well, he's got his son of his own now. Only a baby, mind you. So I'm a granny and all.
Oh, Mum, you're a jewel. Look, I'm sorry I was away so long, but I fell asleep. We all did.
Well, lovely. That was the idea.
Yeah. Look, you get away. You done enough, right?
Well, if you're sure. I'm going out tonight.
Oh, yeah? Well, where's you taking you?
Oh, the pizza parlour, I think. I don't really care as long as I'm not cooking.
Oh, good luck. You deserve that. You've worked hard. Here, Dad's taking Barbara out tonight. Means me and Cindy, we're going to have the place to ourselves for the first time in a long time. See, well, that Barbara's really thoughtful. Yeah, she brought us a book of names for the baby.
Why, you having problems?
Nah, well, only with the blokes in both camps. Well, I'm named after them.
And you're not going to?
No chance.
Well, you better make your mind up soon. You've got to register him.
We have. Stephen.
Stephen? Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Well, he was born in the feast of St. Stephen and, well, Cindy likes it.
And Cindy can do no wrong?
Nope, not in my eyes.
So long, Cindy.
1,553. Marge, you've done brilliant. I didn't realise that many people used the place.
Oh, yeah, but I've had a terrible day, Rod. People shouting at me and then workmen, you know, calling out rude remarks. And all the lies I've had to tell Dot. I can't remember whether I'm coming or going or what I said last. Oh, but it'll be worth it, won't it, if he gives her her job back. Besides, our lives are not going to be worth living if he don't. I mean, for a Christian woman, she can really bear a grudge.
So when are you going to give it to him?
Well, I thought when he closes up this evening, but, well, there is a problem. I don't quite know how to slip out.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll call round and keep her talking, and you can make up some excuse about fetching something from your mum's house.
Oh, Rod. Oh, you're wonderful. That's ever so clever. But it'll spoil your evening, won't it? I mean, you and Hazel, young couple like you, there's bound to be lots of things you want to do on your own.
You must be joking. The way she keeps whinging on about money, I'll be glad of any excuse to get out.
Oh.
We're trying to get the deposit together for the flat.
I've got a little bit of money. I did offer it to Doc, but she wouldn't have it. I could lend you some, Rod. I mean, one good turn deserves another, eh?
I couldn't take your money, Marge. But thanks anyway. You're a very kind woman, you know that? I wish some of the ones I end up with could do a bit more like you.
Rod, that's a lovely thing to say.
Don't forget this.
Oh, no.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I'm going to toasted cheese and ham, please, Ian.
Yeah, sure.
You're back, I see. Still checking out your old haunts.
Having a cuppa.
You should have had a word with Marge Green. She's been around a while. I expect things have changed a bit since your day.
Scarcely recognise it, tell you the truth. Apart from the square, at least. I come up on the bus from Stepney past all them new flats. Couldn't believe I was in Walford till I come up Bridge Street and saw the Queen Vic.
Now, that hasn't changed.
Outside. Who owns it now? Still in the Watts family, is it?
Now, a geezer called Butcher. But Sharon Watts helps manage it. That's Den's daughter. How long have you been away?
It's about 40 years.
You clock up a fair bit of mileage in that time. I'm a bit of a traveller myself, you know, I get restless in one place too long. So where have you been?
All over. Started off in the Gulf of Mexico.
You've been to Belize, then?
Mm-hmm.
I've always fancied that. What's it like?
Mosquitoes the size of wasps.
How'd you make a living?
Do what you can, don't you?
Here you go, Rod. Sandwiches, really well.
Cheers. Don't go away.
There you go.
That old geezer I've been talking to. Yeah? You should have a word with him. He left here 40 years ago. Been right round the world. He used to know your gran.
Hello.
You get off, Michelle. I'll finish up. Right. She's in.
Is it convenient now, or do I have to make an appointment?
I'm a bit late for the nursery.
Then I'll come with you.
I'm in a bit of a rush and I've got an headache. I'll
You've
come round
got
and
an
see you
headache.
both.
What about your mum? She's over there worrying herself sick. I'm not going to have her ill again.
Well, tell her not to worry.
She's your mother. Of course she's going to worry if you're going to muck your life up again.
Dad, don't show me up. We'll talk outside, all right?
That's your attitude. Do as you like. You usually do anyway.
Come on, that's not fair. I'll come and see you both.
Don't do us any favours. I'm not having your mum upset anymore, so perhaps you'd better stay away until we all calm down a bit.
It's not just Cindy and Ian. It's not fair on you being turfed out of your room.
Well, you can always unturf me.
We've had this conversation before.
What happens to like you there with? okay, even if we're not supposed to. I like us to be.
But if I shift into a hotel, we can go on seeing each other, but with none of the hassle.
I can come and stay with you.
Well, you could always visit.
It's not what I want.
What's the matter?
I changed my mind.
Kathy.
Look, I don't feel that tired now. Let's go to the other restaurant, eh? I can get a pizza any day of the week.
I've always found it sexy, Dad. The smell of war mining.
Ironing? Sexy? I remember that when I'm doing the weekly mountain.
Perhaps it's just the woman that's doing it. What's up?
Nothing, it's just it's been a long day, you know.
And a bad one.
I've had better.
Come on. Sit down. Tell me all about it. That's what I'm here for.
You don't want to hear about my troubles, and you've got enough of your own.
Nothing that isn't put right the moment I step through that door. I wish the same was true for you.
Oh, it is, Danny. I mean, you know, when we're here on our own...
Yeah, I know. Who's been getting at you?
Everyone. That's what it feels like.
Well, I'm not surprised. Are you?
No, not really. You know, I try and be strong. I try, you know, to tell them it's my life, but... Well, they're my mum and dad. They care about me. I can't just shut them out.
And that's what you think you'd have to do if I stayed?
I can't see any way out of it.
Do you want me to go?
Of course I don't. I mean, it's lovely having you here and not having to worry about, you know, when you got to rush off home.
Well, then it's up to you, isn't it? Your family or me?
Oh, I've got to talk to you, Mum.
Not now, Simon. I'm busy.
Mum, I can't stand it, someone knowing. The last few days, I can't think about nothing else.
Have you found out who?
That could be Pauline. Could be Michelle. Even Laurie, he was at the party.
What does Cindy say?
I haven't had a chance to talk to her yet.
But nobody's told Sharon, no?
No, not yet. Any minute they might. People keep looking at me, Mum.
Get away, you're getting paranoid. Leave it.
I can't. Sharon's going to find out.
All right, then. If you've convinced yourself of that, there's only one thing you can do, isn't there? You get over there and tell Sharon first.
On Tuesday, EastEnders is back in its usual spot at 7:30.